All right, everybody, welcome back. This is JP Trades. We're doing another Bitcoin update today because I guess my audio was not on in the first one. So let me go back over everything really quick. It's very simple, no big deal. So we are watching this power of three play out in real time, right? Hold on, let me check my mic before I do this. Okay, yeah, we're good. All right, power of three. Accumulation, manipulation followed by the distribution. I was wanting this manipulation phase to widen up a little bit and come down to this order block. However, we didn't get that, but that's okay. Why? Because we actually did pretty much what I was saying in the last video. Come down, have a little mini range, pop back out, retest that range, and fly up, right? So how could you have gotten in this trade really quick? This is not a trade recap video, but however, it's very simple. So you had a order block right here, and that would have been your entry for this trade. Enter on that order block, stop loss goes at the other side of the order block, and you take it towards the high. Right now, let's see, about an 8R trade currently. However, I would like to see it go and take out this high because this is your technical target of this range of the power of three. So that would lead you to about a 10R trade. Okay, moving on. So what's next? What am I looking for next? I was wanting to look for this VWAP bounce next. We did get that already. However, I still would like it to come down a little bit further. Let's clear this out. And we don't need that on our screen anymore. Let's take a look at volume, see what's going on there. Actually, I want it pulled for just this range here. We can see that this value area high is giving us a bit of resistance. We deviated from that to sweep liquidity from this internal high here. Very, very shallow swing failure pattern usually leads to a very, very nice short-term scalp. Very fast. You have to be very, very quick and ready and very well skilled to take trades like this. Anyways, what am I looking for next? If we bust above this high and actually like close some candles up here instead of just continuously wicking, I would want to see a back test of that value area high, come and sweep both of these highs, and we have some kind of structural change into this order block here for a move down. And if we, of course, if this value area continues and we have this value area high still here, you have to be cognizant that we can just sweep this low here that we created here in SFP to go further higher, or else you have to watch for acceptance back into this range. And once you get acceptance back to the range, and you can follow it down to the point of control. If you get acceptance below the point of control, you follow it down to the value area low. So a full on range rotation. This is how you make some very, very nice gains, is trading ranges. I don't really trade breakouts. It's not my style. And in fact, it actually goes against my style because it goes against the very needs of how big money builds up accumulations and makes big moves. If we take a look at our bigger profile, we can see a very big lack of volume right here. So it's more likely to fly through this area. You see a high volume node where the next point of control is. This would be where I would be looking for our next higher time frame short. However, this could offer a nice short as well as this tiny order block here. However, like I was explaining, I am looking at all this as a lot of stop losses on the short side. So let's go back through that framing that I went through in the video this morning that had no audio. Now, this is where the context is important and where the audio actually needs to be heard. So, ever since this high was made, let's take a look at this, right? Let's take a look at this range. What kind of context can we build through this range? Where's my brush? Okay. If you longed here, you got taken out. If you longed here, you already got taken out. If you longed here, you got taken out. Or if you longed anywhere here and somehow survived any of this, you got taken out here. And if you longed here, you got taken out. But what about the short participants or the sellers in the market? Ever since this short here, this did not take out the short. This did not take out these shorters. This did not take out these people that shorted. This did take out all of these. So really only one set of participants in this range portion of the market structure leg. These people did not get taken out by this short. And a lot of these people that shorted here did not get taken out by this wick. So who is being punished in the market? Obviously, all the people that longed throughout everywhere in here have been being punished by taking out their stop losses, meaning that they're getting liquidated or taken out of their trade, or maybe they just took profit or got out, exited out of the trade one way or the other. But everyone shorting is still potentially in a good position to drive it down. What does this mean? We are building up sell side liquidity. Why is that important? Because it creates these liquidity waves. If you want to understand the inner workings of that, you would have to really get into a mentorship with me or wait until I release my courses early next year. But liquidity is how markets move. So it's extremely important to understand the depths of it, not only the definitions, not only the concepts, but how to actually apply it to an actionable plan and trade it, right? Because that's the ultimate goal. So what am I looking for today? What am I looking for next? What is going to trigger a potential setup? This order block right here has a point of control, this entire range in it, has a weekly right below it. Very nice setup. Right here, again, we're building up all this sell side liquidity. So we know that we have stop losses up here. So any one of these SFP areas, this high, this group of highs, which is a poor high. All of these areas need to be swept, in my opinion. The short participants need to start being punished at some point. And if they aren't, then that's a clear sign that we are about to head down in a much bigger way, because the short participants or the bears are remaining in control. Drop down to the 30. So clearly, sweep this high, come into this area, structure shift, take it back down, at least back down to here. If not, down to here, which leads me to these two setups. I like both of them. Here, you have the value area low also in this order block. If you take this range here, you start to move that value area down. If you continue it from back, well, let's take it from this one actually. You can see that this value area here is down really close to this order block. So we can see another deviation like we see here, right here. So that's what we are looking for. And if you continue, actually I need to do the paintbrush. Now, if we take it back from this low, you can see that the value area is right on that order block. So that's why I like both of these. Point of control, still right there. Good, good. If we get up above here, again, I've already framed this trade and this trade idea in my previous videos. But if we sweep all of these highs and this high into this order block, or even knocking out these naked VWAPs, I would want to see that as a fast wick and then come back down. So an SFP of all these highs. And again, same thing with the idea has not changed from this order block below us. We have poor lows right here. So again, I would like to see this low swept and it come into this order block and come back into the range. Hopefully, if we get down to this section, I'd rather see a full range rotation, to be honest with you. Same thing, actually, same thing with here for the fixed range. So if we have something like, we'll go ahead and take it from the larger range here. We have something like this here, and we put in a really good low here. I would want to see it come back to this value area high eventually. However, you would have to get back over this point of control first. So that's the first line in the sand. It's your first obstacle to get over. Okay, so that pretty much sums everything up there. Let's take a look at liquidity really quick. Let's get the VWAPs off of there. So yeah, we still have that very, very large liquidity set up here at this order block. So this is, again, this order block right here that we're looking at right here with this large sell order or sell wall. So this would be a great short opportunity here. Naked points of control have already been hit. We do have a poor lows down here that I spoke of right here. So I'd like to see those get knocked out and swept and fixed. Same thing with the highs here. However, you'd have to get above this massive sell wall. And if that happens with, you know, strong conviction, I don't think this is going to be a turnaround at all. But again, that's something you have to gauge in real time with order flow. All right. That pretty much sets everything up for the day, and hell, probably a couple days. I'm trying to think if I said anything in the last video that I didn't say here. I think that's it. I'm going to do some altcoin updates today. If y'all have any specific altcoins y'all would like to see technical analysis on, post it up in the Discord, and I'll see if I can get around to it. Check y'all later.